Visit ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today's video we'll be looking at Lost March post-rotation deck. So just in case, if you like this deck, you should definitely pay attention and test this deck list out because it's really strong. It's super good. It's really cool deck, and I kind of enjoy to play it compared to those heavily GX loaded decks like Pikazekrom, like Reshizard, and some other decks in the current format. With the Lost March Jumpluff, we can hit for 20 damage times the amount of Pokemons in our Lost Zone. That can be, 200 plus, easily. When you put your Skiploom to Hoppip, you can use Flower Pad to the sky and search your deck for the Skiploom and search your deck for the Jumpluff, put it on the bench and discard in your Lost Zone Skiploom and Hoppip. Trumpy can also be with the Mountain Pass discarded in the Lost Zone, and then if you get lucky and if you find the top deck card in your opponent deck, supporter card, you can also move it to the Lost Zone. So you can easily discard some Pokemons and get some values in the Lost Zone. In addition to increase the damage output, I'm also running 2 copies of Lost Blender that can simply discard 2 Pokemons from my hand into the Lost Zone. So in addition to that, with Trumpix and Skiplums, we can also throw something else into the Lost Zone. For example, those Emolgas with the Nuzly Gathering. What I also like about this deck is definitely Kartana with the Big Cut, and that Pheromosa and Buzzwole with the Beast Game GX that can also provide us with some extra prize card draw. There are some other cool Pokemons as a tech, for example, Resetting Hall Marshadow, Mew with the Bench Barrier, and of course one Nado with the Lost Marches for the Psychic weakness, and if it's possibly necessary. And as well, I'm also playing one Dedenne with the Dedenne Charge. 27 Pokemons, 6 energies, and 27 trainer cards. Moving on to the item cards, of course, 4 copies of Custom Catcher, 1 copy of Energy Recycle System, 4 copies of Judge Whistle featuring 2 copies of Judge. Really important. Keep note that you will probably need it as long as you really want to disrupt your opponent if you manage to successfully set up turn 1 or 2. 4 copies of Netball and 4 copies of Communication, so we can set up pretty much easily. In addition to that, 2 copies of Lost Blender. Sorry guys for that. Draw Supporter, 4 Cynthias, and 2 copies of Judge. No sign of the Lily. I might be crazy, I know, but it's okay. 2 Shrine of Punishment for extra damage between turns to GX or EX Pokemons, and of course 6 regular Grass Energies. And that is a deck list that I'm gonna use in today's video, so make sure to hit a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me also know what you think about this deck, so see you in the game. So in today's video, I'm playing with a post-rotation Lost March deck, and it is gonna be really interesting to watch this deck for the post-rotation, with the post-rotation build, of course. So starting with 1 copy of Emolga in my hand, rest of the cards are actually interesting. There is a Skiploom featuring Jumpluff and Communication, so theoretically I can go for that Dedenne turn 1, but I think I'm not gonna do that. I will just try to avoid that anyways. The reason why I really want to skip that is I don't want to knock 2 Jumpluff and 1 Skiploom at my turn 1. And look at this, it is a Reshizard, Celesteela, also the Dedenne on the other side of the field, so already 3 copies of GX Pokemons on my opponent bench, meaning that I can easily go for them, and I can easily take 2 or 3 prize cards, as long as I can discard enough Lost March Pokemons into my Lost Zone, and my opponent also plays Blaziken as well. So the top deck will be just another Jumpluff, which is really bad. And as it looks, I think I'm probably gonna go for that Dedenne. Other than that, I'm also gonna grab myself 1 Emolga. I hope I'm gonna top deck something useful, because at this moment Unfortunately, I can't play that in. I can't discard so many good cards. Literally, it is just impossible. I would probably consider doing that if I'm running something like a Brogue's Grid. But since I don't play Brogue's Grid, since I only played one energy recycle system in this build, and unfortunately I cannot do that. It is just way too expensive. And what he can do with this? He can move energy. Alright, that's just it. Okay, with that being said, I will try to get first Jumpluff in play. And other than that, I hope I can find something very useful with that Judge Whistle. But what if I grab myself another Emolga? And what if I then just try to get something with the Judge Whistle? Like a Trumbic, for example? Not that bad. Just a Fire Energy as a top deck. Since I can't take knockout against my opponent this turn, I'm literally just gonna pass and take the risk, trying to maybe top deck something before I actually discard that Dedenne, or maybe theoretically finding something like, let's say, Lost Blender as a top deck, so I can have that Lost Blender for double Emolga play. And the worst thing just happened. He managed to pull my Jumpluff in the front. Then this is gonna be a knockout, so yeah. Better for me that I put that Emolga on the bench. Well, never mind. He definitely got me there, but it doesn't matter too much. I lost one attacker, unfortunately, which is a bad thing, but still I can come back. And I was talking about Lost Blender top deck, and there it is. Into the Hoppip. Alright, and other than that, if I throw both Jumpluff out, that means that I will only have one more left. And I'm not quite sure how smart that actually would be, but I'm gonna take the risk. What would be the top deck? A custom catcher play. So it's okay. Yeah, right now I'm just gonna grab myself a Kartana. But in addition to Kartana, I will also grab a extra Hoppip. There we go. So my main target will be that Reshizard. I will try to somehow knock him out with my GX attack, with my Buzzwole. I know it's not gonna be super easy to do that, but I will definitely do my best. For now, I'm just looking forward to pass my turn. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pokemons in my Lost Zone. So I need to hit for like 220. So I need to have 11 Pokemons in my Lost Zone, and so far I have only 5. So I'm almost 50% on the halfway. So yeah, once I manage to do that, I can literally grab 5 prize cards with the Beast game, which is really insane. But yeah, I paid heavily expensive cost discarding 2 Jumpluff and losing also one of them. So that was actually very high price. But still, Big Cut can, for example, swing for 120, which is a lot. Alright, 2 Judge Whistles. We're gonna definitely use advantage of it. Trumbic, okay, can work with that. I'm thinking about using that Judge, to be honest, but I think it's not gonna be super effective right now. So let's go with another Judge Whistle into another Kartana. Not the card I was hoping for, that's for sure. So I really need to play that Cynthia here and get a couple more good cards. For example, another Trumbic. Should just work perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm short like for literally one Emolga, which is just insane. But it doesn't matter too much because this is actually not that bad if you compare the attack that I can actually do right now and the damage output I can swing. So I can basically set the 5 price card knockout with this Jumpluff. So I'm hitting for 180, which is perfect, because I can literally try to find a way to knock something like Torchic on my opponent's bench. and then finish the game by drawing 5 prize cards. It's not gonna be easy at all. I actually need to knock something out in order to be able to use my Cortana Big Cut for 130. And this bad boy is a 60 HP. Alright, and Macargo will also be 90 HP. And he also have Jirachi with 80 HP. And another Fire Energy for the knockout. Well, that's unfortunately enough. I can tackle him for 20. Right? Right. I can tackle him for 20, which is not bad. But what's gonna happen after that? That is a very serious question. Because after that I won't be able basically to use my attack. So I'm gonna actually Lost Blender this Hoppip so I can have 200 damage output. And for example, I can tackle him for 30. That's even stronger and better. And when I think twice, I can also use advantage of the Shrine of Punishment, for example. Let's just draw an extra card. It is a Judge. Okay. As it looks right now, I can literally grab myself 5 prize cards, but then Reshizard will just knock me out and win the game. So I'm not gonna do that. I will just try to put Shrine in play, and I will literally try to win the game by somehow knocking this Dean out for 5 prize cards. Actually for 4 prize cards. So there's communication and Natu. So Natu can also hit with 2 energies. Of course, not super easy to charge 2 energies to Natu and avoid the knockout, of course. But still I have like enough turns to do that. So there's the Outrage. What the heck did he do that right now? So literally he made a huge mistake there. Okay, I don't know why in the world he did that, but I know that I can go for the Trumbic. He thought that the Skiplum actually have weakness. Oh well, they're top deck. That will work just perfectly fine. Okay, and I'm ready for another Judge here. Another Judge, and I need 1 energy, which I managed to get. 2, 3, 4. Wait a second, what Nuzlocke Gathering says? How many energies do I have left? 2 of them. Okay, so that should be perfectly fine for me. Playing energy to my... actually Cortana. Why not? I can swing for like 130 with it. If I only remove that Shrine of Punishment from play. Yep, if I only did that, never mind. I still need like another custom catcher play anyways. So there's like 160 damage on this Reshizard, so right now he can definitely go with the Outrage and knocking me out. But then he's probably gonna lose the game, because I'm gonna have another Cortana with a Big Cut ready for like 130. And more than that, I'm also gonna have Natu ready. So I'm just gonna need another pair of custom catchers, I guess. Well, my guess is correct, but what if he managed to find Blaziken, and what if he just evolves into the Blaziken? Seriously, he decided to retreat and pass the turn. I think that was not the smartest option in the world, for sure. So definitely it was not. But I guess I won't complain too much, because I can still Big Cut, and I can still knock him out for the 1 prize card, and I can still apply enough pressure with the Shrine, so I can simply beast game for the win versus that Reshizard. But of course I'm gonna need another pair of custom catcher, and I have plenty of custom catchers left in my deck and only 8 cards remaining. Right now my big cut can only go for 10, but that doesn't matter too much. Not at all. And what he can do, he can Magma Ring me. Alright, so I can't have option to retreat. Meanwhile, Dead Dadine also gets some punishment. Let's see, Nuzlocke Gathering. 3 custom catchers, Cynthia, Energy. Alright. And also Lost Blender. So we can go only with the big cut for 10. And again, this Reshizard is actually taking a lot of punishment right now. 70 HP remaining. Dadine is down to 90. So I'm on the good way. What the lady says, search your deck for up to 4 basic energy cards, reveal them and put them into your hand. Alright, so 4 energies for my opponent. 1 more energy for that Reshizard, so he can have the knockout, simple with the outrage, and the wishful bottom for the Slugma. And again, he can swing for 20. I'm not able to retreat. But I do have another custom catcher sitting in my hand, so I'm just gonna big cut. Still, next turn he can't knock me out without extra energy for that flare attack, and I hope he's gonna flare me for the knockout, so I can simply promote Emolga and win the game and finish the game by drawing 5 prize cards with the Beast Game. There we go. So yeah, at the end I actually had a lot of luck. And I managed to beat my opponent out with my Buzzwole. So we can just use a pair of the custom catchers, and then I can simply retreat and basically use that Beast Game for 50. And that's more than enough for the knockout, and since my opponent already have tag team Pokemon and it is a tag team rule, I can just simply grab myself a triple prize card reward for the win in this matchup. And there we go, my friends. So at the end, Cortana was the MVP with that big cut, so it turns out to be a good play at the end. So that's the GG. It's always good to play with non-GX deck if it's possible and if it's competitive and strong, and Lost March is definitely one of those decks. In my opinion, this deck actually have a bright future, no question about that. I kind of like it. It's probably one of my favorite post-rotation decks. So there we go with the Mountain Pass turn 1, Beast deck on the other side of the field. Alright. Sounds like a plan. What we can get with the Judge Whistle? Just a Net Ball. Well, just a Net Ball will actually allow me to get that Hoppip and put him on the bench. And in addition to that, I'm ready to play my Cynthia. So I'm rocking on with the Cynthia, hopefully for a Marshadow and another Net Ball, which means that I can grab another Hoppip in play. And what if I just grab another Emolga, so I have greater chance to pull something that I need instead of just another Emolga? And I'm passing my turn. So far, so good. 2 copies of Hoppip on the bench, and maybe I could use advantage of another Emolga so I can have for retreat. But when you know that you have 2 Skippies in your hand, you can simply evolve into the Jumpluff, and Jumpluff also have for retreat, so it doesn't really matter too much. Fire Energy. So it is a Blacephalon deck on the other side of the field, and I was stroked by that Marshadow Let Loose, so the fresh hand for me as well for my opponent. And Cortana, Emolga, Trumbic, Energy Recycle System. Nothing really useful with that Let Loose compared to my opponent, who managed to find himself a Ultra Ball, which might be for, let's say, Tapu Lele play. And all suddenly he can be in a huge advantage. Nope, just for the Blacephalon. Flip a coin if has your opponent active Pokemon is now poisoned. Unfortunately, I'm not. And unfortunately, I just top deck a Naru. I can control my opponent top deck. It is just another fire energy, knowing that it is a fire energy. At least if he don't have supporter card in his hand, I guess I can be really happy. It is definitely time for Cortana to be placed on the bench, and I'm gonna pass my turn. So, at least he top deck energy, so that energy can be attached, for example, to Blacephalon. And other than that, one more mystery card sitting in his hand. I'm definitely poisoned this time. So between turns, I'm gonna take 10 damage counters from the special condition. And there's the Judge as a top deck. Alright. Okay, I guess I can live with that. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna definitely trade my Jumpla from hand with that Pokemon Communication for the Skiplum. And it should be enough for the first knockout in play. And I'm pretty happy to get the first knockout in play, especially against Grimer, because he can easily evolve into Muk, and we really don't want to see Muk shutting down our abilities. And other than that, I guess I can also use Nuzlocke Gathering, so I can have greater chance to pull something that I can really use instead of just another Emolga. Lost March, hitting for 80. Let's say if I find Lost Blender, I can easily discard 2 Emolgas, which is pretty useful. Nope, there's just another Cortana. Alright. For a single energy and for the big cut, it's not that bad at all. Okie dokie, there's a Blacephalon being promoted in the front, so he can literally use Burst GX, he can use also that Mind Blow. If he really wants to stay in the game, he definitely needs to knock me out here, there is no question about that move. Mysterious Treasure and Lysander's Labs as well in play. I think he put Piepal this turn in play. And it is, so he decided to roll with the Burst GX. He discards Piepal, but at least he took the prize card. And there's a Judge Whistle. So why not to use that Judge Whistle for extra card? Nice, there's a Lost Blender. So I finally got a rewarded here with that Nuzlocke Gathering Lost Blender play. And right now you can actually see how powerful that is. Plus I can draw an extra card, and I'm gonna also put my... No, I'm not gonna go with Cortana on the bench. Let's just keep one bench space ready. Oh, I forget that I have actually Marshadow. Okay, what if I use just Resetting Hole for bench space? What if I put this in play? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's like 160, and I'm literally short for a 1. Yeah, why not to be greedy? Mew, not the card I was looking for. Alright, Lost March for 140. I was hoping maybe for another Skiplum, so I can potentially knock that Blacephalon out. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And right now, I actually have 1 Judge and 1 Grass Energy in my Lost Zone, as well as 1 Judge in my Discord Pile. I'm not gonna have top deck draw card, that's for sure. But it doesn't really matter as long as I have that Shrine of Punishment sitting in play. And I forget to use Nuzlocke Gathering. Oh, I actually already used it, so yeah. Or actually, no, I didn't. I used it like a turn before. Or did I use it? No, I did. Did I? Or, no, I'm not quite sure. I didn't. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Oh, there's the Beast. Beast Energy. Sure, now for the knockout. Alright, so I can tackle him for the knockout. Literally. I can even big cut him for the knockout. So I guess I'm just gonna probably big cut him for the knockout this turn. Should I do that? I think I should. I think it is actually a perfect time for me to use that, the Dean GX. I really need to set up things in play. Oh, I could win the game, literally, if I just decided to use my Blacephalon. Okay, maybe I can still get Blacephalon in play. Literally, there's like 2 communications and... Okay, I actually have good chance to pull that. So why should I do? Should I risk? Yeah, okay. I did made a mistake there, but I'm just gonna try to fix that out. And it looks like it's not gonna happen. Still, I have that Cynthia, so I guess I can do it theoretically. Yeah, I can pull 4 prize cards. No, actually 3 prize cards. Not worth, I guess. I think it's not worth. Let's just keep focus on this Blacephalon. Shrine of Punishment should just finish the job anyways. There's a Skiploom, a Communication, and I'm just gonna be ready for my Blacephalon, I guess. So I can also use my Skiploom for the Jumpluff, and I'm hitting with the Big Cut. Okay, that's it for now. Big Cut for 10, and 10 for the Shrine. And that Blacephalon is also taking 10. Yeah, I can draw like... an extra prize card if I knock something out. So yeah, I'm just gonna need to find a way to knock... Actually, I don't need. I could literally draw 3 prize cards if I knocked that Blacephalon out turn before, but I made a mistake with that communication. I decided rather to go for that than didn't. I already had energy in my hand, so I could literally grab 3 prize cards and then just finish the game by knocking another Blacephalon with my Jumpluff. But it really doesn't matter too much, even if my opponent have prize advantage. We're just gonna try to see a full potential of this deck. Alright, so there's a Cynthia, and if he can't move that Shrine from play, he will have a hard time winning this game, because literally he will knock my Kartana out, and then I will just draw 2 prize cards and 2 more prize cards. Yeah, literally 2 more prize cards for a active Blacephalon. So he was literally unlucky there, because he couldn't find himself even energy switch or something like that. I'm not even quite sure if he plays one. But it doesn't even matter too much, because there's a Hoppip, there's another Trumbic, and what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna... Oh, top deck, nice, Cynthia. Alright, literally awesome top deck. And then I'm just gonna grab myself a Grass Energy, and with that Grass Energy I'm gonna have enough damage for the knockout versus his active Blacephalon. And then I'm just moving down to 1 prize card, and with only 1 prize card left, I know that my opponent is capable to knock me back with his Naganadel, but luckily I do have Pokemon Communication for my Skiploom. And then I can simply evolve Skiploom into another Jumpluff, so I can literally just throw the Net Ball, grab the Grass Energy, and knock the Naganadel for the last prize card. But before I even do that, my opponent just decided to concede, and that is a GG. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Make sure to hit a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more future videos. Definitely prove that the Lost March is not lost for the post rotation. It's really good, it's really strong, it's really capable to do crazy things, and I kind of like the deck list as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the likes up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. We'll see you next time. So till then, have a nice day and goodbye.